Yeah, here I am. Probably gotta turn this up more. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Oh, wow. I'm like spiking. How's everybody doing? What the fuck is that? Click here? No, I should have probably never clicked on that. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, no. We're not doing that right now. I'm gonna take care of all that tomorrow. Okay. Anyway. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I'm trying to kind of get over a hangover today. Really, it was a good time yesterday. I went out with my friend, or somebody that's, I think, maybe becoming a friend. So that was really nice. And then after I got, that was a mistake. When I got home, I should have just went to bed, but instead I continued my little mischief, I guess. And so, yeah. Okay, so that's not working, so we're not doing that. So, but yeah, how's everybody else doing? For anybody that's in the Kick chat or the YouTube chat, I have to grant permissions to send messages there, but you know, I'm just talking to you guys anyway, but I'm just letting everybody know that I can't.
But I'm not single. A while ago I was struggling to
So, also for anybody that's in Kick, I was told now that, because you know I'm streaming on Kick too, but I was told that now you can spend bits on there as well, just like on Twitch. So there's a lot of stuff that I still got to set up. Hey, Florida Metal, how are you? So I'm going to try. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have the time to do that, to set up my Kick better, for anybody that prefers to watch me on Kick, that you can spend bits and you know, do subscriptions or whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow, because like I know you guys are probably in there and you're like, why can't I put bits or whatever? So I gotta set all that up, and I think I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. I'm okay. I'm tired, trying to get over this hangover. But I mean, it's not really a hangover. Like, I don't really have a headache. I'm just really tired and kind of like in this gloomy feeling, you know, that hangovers can give you. So, but I am okay. Because I also had to get up early this morning. Well, for me, early. Probably not early for you guys, but to give German lessons. So, and then I always decide, you know, I mean, sometimes I can go back to bed, or I try to go back to bed, but usually that doesn't work. But I decided that I was not going to go back to bed because if I can push through, then I will be really tired tonight, and then I will be able to get a really good sleep, you know. So I've been pushing through. I took a little nap here a little while ago because I was reading, and then I fell asleep reading. But yeah, so what's new, everybody? I'm hoping we'll have some people tonight. If not, that's okay too. I hate that has that glare on there from the camera. Not much, huh? Yeah. Oops. What? Oh wow. Oh shit. Anyway, I work an extra shift this week, which is good. I'm happy about that. I'm working a double shift on Monday, which is good because, bills are coming up and stuff. Yeah. And surprisingly enough, Monday can be a very busy day at my job, which sometimes people find that unusual because it's a Monday, and it would make sense that people find it unusual, but it does make also sense that it would be busy because a lot of people that have 9 to 5 jobs are off on the weekends, right? So on the weekends, they will go out to dinner with their family. So that a lot of other people then that don't want to be mixed in with big crowds on the weekends with a busy restaurant, they will go on a Monday instead, because they can know and they can find that it is less busy and therefore a little bit more comfortable. So whenever people are like, I don't understand how Mondays can be busy, that's how, that's why I personally, I like working Mondays. I like working Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are really busy days, and Fridays usually too. For some reason, Saturdays can get very slow in this particular restaurant that I work at, especially for lunch. For some reason, Saturday lunches are very slow there. Not sure what exactly causes that, but yeah. So that's the scoop. I have not been posting and advertising on any of my stuff, not on my YouTube, not on my TikTok, because I'm pretty much kind of like over it. I think I've already talked about this last stream. And I'm fine with it because I know I got you guys, my loyal followers like Florida Metal and certain others. So it's not really necessary for me to have to go through all this stress and this work that I've been doing this now 2 years or whatever, or maybe a little over, and it has not really been fruitful. It has not been fruitful for me to advertise any of my things that I do. Be it my German lessons, be it my art business, be it my readings. It has not been constructive for me, or proactive, I should say. That now my German lessons are picking up. I do not know how. It just suddenly started happening, and suddenly I have now 2 students. Hopefully tomorrow going to get another one, I hope. And I hadn't even advertised anything in months, and it just happened. So that's why honestly I don't see myself having to go through all this struggle on trying to make it what is it called, a clip or a reel or whatever, when no, I do not get likes, I do not get follows from it. It does not help me. That's also why I do not operate on the Facebook pages anymore. The other day, actually yesterday at the bar with my friend, we were trying to we people do, right? We try to creep on other people's pages, people that we want to find shit out of, or see certain pictures or whatever. So there was a certain person that we wanted to go and creep on their page. So I had to horrendously install the Facebook app again, so that I could go on this person's profile and check. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. But I tell you, this morning I woke up and I looked at the Facebook and I looked at the notifications that I received the last 2 months on all the pages, on Dragana's alchemy, on the sect of the dragon, on all of this stuff. I looked, and I looked there. Nothing, man, nothing of worth or substance, right? So I was like, this is good. I was like, I am glad that I have not been really investing time and my head and stuff into this shit, you know. So I immediately went and I uninstalled Facebook again, you know, and I felt good about it. I was like, this is good. I'm glad I did this. I still have Instagram. I'm streaming on Instagram now too right now. And I have TikTok. But I never go on this. Instagram, I only went on to communicate with another acquaintance of mine the other time. But she ended up texting me on WhatsApp because she had my phone number. So I don't use any other shit. That's why I'm just telling you, anybody all the time. Like, because sometimes I feel like people are trying to reach me in some way. It's like, if you're trying to reach me, just go on my Facebook Messenger. Dragana Milosavljevic. Just go on there, and you can find me there. Jeffrey the Seer. Look at the Viking hat, helm. How are you doing, Jeffrey? Welcome in. Yeah. So, and I'm also not a person, like, I don't care. You can text me about anything. It doesn't matter. Like, text me. I'm not a person that's like, oh my God, I cannot give them my information. Like, I even give you my phone number. I don't give a fuck. Text me, don't, whatever you want to do. But, you know, like, if you want to really reach me, it's either my phone number or it is my Facebook Messenger private page, Dragana Milosavljevic. I don't really take messages there. I mean, I would see them, but I always suggest not to message me on the Facebook Messenger on the other pages, because then I have to keep flipping back and forth, right? And I don't want to have to fucking do that. So just Dragana, you know, that's the one. But yeah, so yesterday was awesome. I went out with my friend, and then it was pretty eventful because we were at the bar, and it was very, very busy on a Friday. You know, granted, most of the restaurant people after work were there and everything. It was we were at Gators Dockside in the Brownwood Square here by my house, and we had fun, and we met a guy there at the bar. Now my friend, she is from Honduras. Her English is very little, poquito inglés, habla inglés. So we always use like the translator programs on our phones to communicate, and she's learning. She's getting better and better, I can tell. And so, you know, we're just doing that. We're talking, and then here comes this guy, and he sits next to her, and they start talking, and in Spanish, and turns out, you know, he's from Colombia or whatever. So they're talking in Spanish, and I was kind of relieved, because I felt like, you know, she may have felt like she was a lot out of place the whole time, you know, because everybody Americans, and, you know, because at the other bar, we were not really talking to anybody else. But yeah, so it was cool, and he was nice. Like, he was nice. He was friendly, I guess. But I can tell that he had this, like, it was this chauvinistic kind of vibe. You know how they say vibe now is the thing. So I was like, okay, whatever. You know, just kind of the way he was talking, and now, this guy was like 400 pounds. Like, his head was like a bowling ball, right? And he was not handsome. You know, it was one of those things. It's like, okay, so why do you act like you're so, you know? And he you know, he seemed like he was, you know, of average intelligence or whatever, but it's like he acted like his shit doesn't stink, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, you know, whatever, fine. So, hey, I'm cool. I don't care. You know, I have my opinion. That's just my opinion. The guy might be a totally fucking amazing man, you know, but it's just my feeling, my opinion. Okay, and we're friendly, we're talking. But he can tell that, you know, so he's not really talking to me. He's just talking to my friend, you know, and I'm happy about it, because I really had not much, you know. He asked me a couple of things. How was, you know, because I'm from Germany and have Serbian and stuff. And he asked me, what are those countries like? And he told me a little bit about Colombia, and I know a little bit because I know a couple Colombian people anyway, you know. and blah blah blah, and it was okay. It was nice, small talk, cool. So then we're leaving. Me and my friend, we're leaving. We're going over to we're going over to her car, okay. And now, granted, for me, if anything happens, I like going out when I'm not driving myself, like a car. I like going out to places that are close to my house, right? So if anything happens, I can always walk home, or I could call an Uber or whatever, right? So this place where we go is a 30-minute walk for me. That's no problem. It's normal in Germany to walk 30 minutes home from the bar or whatever, pub. That's a normal thing. So I don't mind that shit at all. That doesn't bother me. And an Uber is 5 minutes. Literally. $10, 5 minutes. No problem. Nema problema. So I'm like, okay. So we get in her car. It's not starting. Nothing. There's not even a or anything. It's just nothing. Nada. Right? And I'm like, oh shit. Now she lives all the way in Ocala. And I was like, oh my fuck. I mean, no problem. She can crash at my house. It's no big deal. But I know she has kids too. So I'm like, okay, this is fucked. So we're sitting there, and I'm immediately like, we're immediately like brainstorming. What can we do? I guess it's she's like bateria or whatever, battery. I was like, yeah, it's definitely probably the battery. What else, So my thought, of course, right away is like, I'm like, text that guy that you just met to come to drive over here and give you a jump start. She's like, oh shit. So she texts the guy, and he fucking pulls around like into the fucking thing, connects the jumper cables or whatever, and so she keeps turning, and now the lights are flashing on the car. Oh, I don't even have anything to drink right now. Skull, man. I'm sorry. I have to get something in a minute or something. Hi, welcome in anyway. I'm sorry. I'll definitely remember that you redeemed that. Sorry about that. Yeah, so anyway, it just won't work. It won't work. And the guy's like, well, it just doesn't work. It's not working. Like, you could tell that he has no idea about cars or anything, which, I don't have really much of an idea. It's not that a man is required to know about cars, right? But I just kind of found it funny because he still stood there like he knew what the fuck he was talking about, And then I was starting to take a video because now I'm texting Draven, and I'm like, hey, we got emergency here. Car's not starting. He's like, you want me to call there? I'm like, give it a little bit. We're trying to figure it out. I'm taking a quick video, and I can see him like looking like, why is she taking a video? And I'm just like looking at him like, what, bitch? I'm taking a video, okay? So anyway, and he is one of these guys too that like he just totally ignores what you say to him, right? I was speaking to him. I told him I told him one time, and then a few minutes later I told him another time, and then I had to tell him a third time, but he didn't listen. I kept on telling him like, it takes a minute. Like, this is very common factor that yes, most of the time when you do this, when you jumpstart a car, it more often than not it will go on like the third try. It'll start. Not when the battery is completely drained. It takes probably like 15, maybe sometimes 20 minutes for the battery to charge up, and then it'll turn over. And I kept on telling him. He's just totally ignoring what I'm saying to him. I'm like, that's okay, my man. That's okay. And then exactly what happened, because my friend's like looking at me panicked, right? I'm like, it's okay. Just wait. It'll happen. And then about 15, 20 minutes later, car turned over, and she was like totally relieved. She's like giving him a hug, and she's like, oh my God. She's telling me in the car, like, so nice that he helped. And I'm like, yeah, so nice that he helped. But yeah, so then and then home, and that was it. Yes, I will. I was even thinking before I started streaming, I was like, should I make a glass of water or something? I wanted to drink a soda, but I had a because of my drinking going out last night, I had to this hangover thing all day. So I had like this huge meal intake today, this huge calorie intake today. So I actually doubled the workout time today, because I also wasn't able to exercise yesterday. So instead of 30 minutes, I did an hour. Well, I did like 50 minutes, but I really kind of like exceeded my calorie intake today. So drinking a soda now would probably not be advisable. But I really want one. I really want a Dr. Pepper right now, and it's in the fridge. It's Dr. K from Kruger, but I fucking love that shit, man. I can just like, but no, I'm not doing it. I'm a good girl, and I'm gonna just drink my water, and I'm good. All right, Skull Man, let's do it. Do you have anything that you would like to ask about, or just a general read? What is that? Oh, okay. And it was kind of looking a lot like here and there today, like it was gonna rain, but okay, got you. But it never did, and I'm like, damn, because I never watered the plants. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But we had a really crazy 20-minute thunderstorm yesterday, which was like awesome right before I went out. Shit. Thank fuck it didn't fall on the ground. Alright. Okay. Let us see. Okay. So we find the Hanged Man. Now this is one of those classic cards, right? And it's almost sometimes kind of like self-explanatory, because this card concerns itself with kind of like letting time pass you by, and being indecisive, not making a move on either multiple matters or one particular matter, and consequently missing opportunities. Okay. Now, because we did not specify a timeline on this card, this could be something that's happening to you currently. I'm almost thinking that's what it is. I'm leaning toward that this is your present situation, but it could also be something that happened in your recent past, or will happen in your near future. But there's definitely going to be a time of dormancy. I don't know if that's the noun for dormant, but yeah, where you're really not moving forward in your life. You're just kind of like pausing. It's almost like you're taking a break, a pause, or something like that. But I think it is very, how would you say, like, it's planned. It's calculated. It's not something that you have made this a conscious effort, so to say. And I also don't get the feeling that it is bad in any way. I get a feeling that it is just it is well planned. It fits right into your development as a person. This break, or these missed opportunities, because you know how it is sometimes. A missed opportunity can be opening for another opportunity. One door closes, another one opens. So that's what we find here. Very nice. Welcome in, everybody. Again, I want to say you're welcome, Skullman. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. I want to say, if you're in Kick, in YouTube, or I cannot really speak for Instagram. No, I cannot speak for Instagram. Okay, if you're in Kick or in YouTube, and you're watching me there, I cannot reply to your messages, but I don't think anybody. I cannot see it. I cannot see who's. Ah, well, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, tomorrow is Sunday. I'm reading this book right now. This is a really it's a unique book, right? I've never Breadman Toaster. Thank you for following, Breadman Toaster. How are you doing? Yeah, so I'm reading this book. It's called Others. It's not The Others, it's Others, and it's based on a true story, and it is about I can't even say what it's about, because then I give away the whole plot if anybody ever wants to read it. But it is such a great book. I read it a few years ago, and it's kind of like a mystery horror, about a private investigator getting wrapped up in some mysterious events and finding out some mysterious things. But the biggest thing about it is that he's a deformed person, like he's a misshapen person. So he's got like the aesthetic of like Quasimodo, right? But he's a private investigator, so it has something to do with that too. So it's really a cool book. Now, because when I read it the first time, I was not a big reader. That was maybe 10 years ago. I was not that much of a reader yet. But that was one of those books that always stuck by me, and I was like, oh man, this is such a great book. Now, as I'm reading it again now, of course, now I've become more versed in reading and how to kind of analyze writing styles and stuff. And I can tell a few things that I don't really enjoy in the book, that are a little bit forceful. It's kind of forceful how the details are described and things like that. But not too bad. It's not really it doesn't make me dislike the book now, but it's just kind of, it irks me here and there, but so it's one of those things that is so strange, because this book, I was always so adamant about, I held on to that with my dear life, man, to that fucking book. I was never gonna lose it. I was never gonna get rid of it, throw it away, nothing. And when I had recently thought about it, I was like, where is it? I don't have it. I have no idea. I was like, where is that book? So I texted my brother, and I was like, hey, Kevin, can you check in your house, on your side of the house, because for some that you don't know, my brother and I, we live in one house, but it's 2 apartments, right? 2 completely separate apartments. So, I said, because we moved all in here together, my mom, my brother, and I moved onto this side, and my mom and my brother on this side. So I was like, okay, when we moved and everything was to get thrown together, it's probably over there. It's probably on Kevin's side. Now, it could still potentially be there, but wherever he looked for this book, he could not find it. It could be in the attic with some of the things. I mean, if it's not there, then it's very mysterious. It disappeared under mysterious circumstances, because I know I would have never gotten rid of this or let this be misplaced or whatever, right? So I'm like, damn. So yeah. So when he couldn't find it, I was like, shit. I went on Amazon, and I went on Amazon, and I found it, because for the longest time I couldn't remember the name. But then one day it popped in my head, I was like, The Others. I kept on looking, The Others, and The Others was this movie with Nicole Kidman, I believe, and also I think a book. and I read the description. What is the book about? I'm like, no, that's not it. And then at some point, I don't know how my brain, it was like, oh, okay, others. And then I found it, others, and it was there was only one copy they had left in Amazon, and I snatched that shit, $35. I don't give a shit. And I've been just eating it up, and I'm almost done with it now. And then the next book is the Havamah. And then today I went to the thrift store and I found like a textbook on the Roman Empire for $2. I was like, I'm buying it. This shit's all on my bed right there, actually, all 3 books. So I'm like, and in the meantime, of course, I'm always reading Friedrich Nietzsche, and I'm always reading my the theology dictionary too. So I've been doing a lot of that again. Yeah, I feel good about it. I feel good, and I'm like, it's kind of weird because my personality, like the way I feel, not my personality, but the way I've been feeling is kind of like split, because even so, I'm like in a depression, I'm pretty much like always depressed. Like, my spirits are still kind of lifted in a way. So my spirits have been so lifted that I almost lifted the brush again too. So hopefully that'll be the next step out of my, the next step out of crawling out of the abyss, continuing my paintings, hopefully. But so far I've made it as far as reading a lot again, so that's good, But yeah, I recommend this book highly. The others, that's such a great book. And of course, I got all my books that I still need to read, that I still want to buy in my Amazon cart. But I really want the Club Dumas, but it's like $100. Fuck. Jill! Hello! How are you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Good. Bene, bene. Bene. Molto bene or multi bene? I don't know. Yeah, Breadman Toaster, you can just redeem a 1 card if you want with your crystals. Molto bene. Gosh. You can just redeem 1. You don't have to redeem 2. Yeah, oh my god. My eyes are fucking like tired. As we say in German, der Suff, der reibt einen auf. You cannot even really translate it. It's like the drink, it I can't even translate it like that, because then it sounds perverted if I say it in the correct translation. But it's like the drink, it makes one crazy. Der Suff, der reibt einen auf. But Suff and Uf are actually both words that are in a particular dialect, and the dialect is the specific dialect from the area that I'm from the Midwest, because it is actually not Zuff, but it's Zauf, and not Uf, but Auf. But in the slang, how we talk there, you say it like that to make it sound, a little low life. Abiocho? I have actually recently been picking up contact with a long lost Italian friend. she is wonderful. And she went back to Italy, but she came back. And she lives only about an hour from me now, and we've been talking a lot, and she's amazing. And she's so, like, blunt, and I love it about her. And she will always say, you know, forgive me for my rudeness, but blah, blah, blah. And then she will tell me, you know, about, like, not to me, you know. I mean, she's honest toward me, too, but she'll say, like, you know, we cannot be with an old man or something like this. He has to be handsome, and you know, he has to be good to us, and da da da. In her Italian, I love her Italian accent. It's so, I love listening to her talk. It's like it puts me like in this comfort feeling, like. So we've been trying to figure out how we can hang out. She works a lot. She works really a lot, and she gets up like 4 in the morning and stuff and work. So it's going to be a little hard to get together because she does live an hour away from me. I see. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, Toaster, are you ready? Let's see what the September... Wake me up when September ends. Alright. Oh, it's okay, then we'll wait. We'll wait. Shuffle more. But yeah, I've been actually hanging out with people. I'm actually connecting with people, I feel like. And they're women, and I'm excited about it. Because these women are like super supportive of me, and it's so nice. And they're like, "Oh, you deserve all this, and you're so awesome." And I'm like, "Oh, you're so awesome." It feels good. It feels good, you know. Because you know, I always tell you guys, I'm fucking lonely as fuck. I don't have any friends, you know. But I'm making friends now. I think. I hope so. None of which are American. They are from Honduras, Colombia, and Italy. Huh, go figure. Okay, ads are done. Perfect. Let us begin. Oh. Interesting. So this is the 7 of Wands here, inverted. Okay, so doubt. It looks like in Italian girls I know are crazy. No, I don't think so. It's just a lot more temperamental than like we German women are. We're not so temperamental. Now Serbian women are temperamental, but in a little bit in a different way, right? So it's like, when I sat between those two women, the one from Colombia and the one from Italy, it was really like, oof. It was harsh. Because the temperament is just like, and, but, yeah, but it's like the substance of what is, yes, hot-blooded, yes. The substance of the conversation is completely agreeable. Like, I'm totally in agreement pretty much with everything that they're saying, because they have almost the same exact worldview and view on most topics that I do, right? That's why I can relate to them. I have a hard time relating to Americans because they have just a different worldview, you know? So I felt so comfortable. Even so, it's like I kind of have to, you know, like, usually I'm the one that's fucking calm, but when I'm between those two, I am the calm one, which is like... That's unusual, and it feels good because I don't like to be on the platform all the time. It's just my personality. It just happens that it is like this all the time. But I like being in the background. I like when there's women that are louder and more da-da-da, and I can just sit back and be chill, you know, and not always be the center of attention. That's it. Like, I don't have to, and I don't want to. As a teenager, I always wanted to be the center of attention, but as an adult, I'm like, leave me alone. I don't want to be looked at. Okay, so anyway, Toaster here. This is about encountering loss too in September for you, okay? Encountering loss, self-doubt, and doubting your own ability, right? Doubting your ability in whatever manners you're undertaking, like be it a job or be it a hobby. But there will be some self-doubt there, unfortunately, and there will be loss. You're going to be losing something. Losing something doesn't always mean that it's bad. It can also be good. Sometimes to lose something is also good, because you don't need to be attached to that certain thing anymore, right? But it looks like you will have a little bit of an internal struggle with the situation, and yeah, subsequently, it's not going to be such a good feeling. But there's just going to be a little bit of a struggle. But I do think it will go all throughout September. But it is not a grave situation. It's not like a really bad situation, but it is a little bit stressful. But yeah, that concludes you. Yeah, in belligerent. Yeah, belligerent in delivery. Yeah, that's kind of like, belligerent is a little bit of a harsh word, but like a little bit more on the offense, right? When they talk and all of the stuff. And yes, it is easier to talk, to them. And it's now, like my one friend, she's from Italy and I'm from Germany, so we're from Europe. But my other friend, she's from Colombia, and then my other one from Honduras. But it is still it is a cultural thing, because there is still more culture embedded in their land. So therefore it's also a work ethic thing. For instance, like these women regard any and all women or anybody that works a lot and works hard as, they have a lot of respect for them. And that's kind of like a little fleeting here in the US. There's really not much weight put on any ethics in a sense here in the US. It's all kind of just like loosey-goosey, right? That's the US, because in the US you really don't have a culture, because they're all Americans, and Americans in a way are only 300 years old. They really have no established culture. They still carry memories from their ancestors that came here from other countries like Ireland or England or Germany or Italy or wherever they came from. But it has never really established actual cultures here, so it's everything. It's kind of a free fall, you know what I mean? And of course, that is the one hand also why it's good, because that's also one reason why my mother brought us here, because my mother always envisioned, that we were going to grow up as people that were not going to be regarding our heritage and our culture and our ancestry as much as I do. My brother is very Americanized. My brother does not really celebrate the holidays. My brother he's very Americanized. And that's okay, he still maintains, of course, the work ethic, and he maintains these deeply embedded, cultural teachings that our mother taught us, and our dad a little bit too. But as I grew older, I've been just embracing my own culture even more and more. And I think that, like, my mother, she passed away pretty much at the time where I was beginning that, so if she had known that I was going to be like that, she would have really been like, oh wow, like, I did not think that my daughter was going to be like that, because she was always envisioning me to be more like that, more like relaxed and more free out there and everything, but I'm a lot more like introverted in that sense, and I put a lot of worth into my roots and my heritage and my culture and all that stuff. So it's difficult for me. I try to move parallel with myself with Americans here, but even in 16 years being here, it has never gotten easier because of this fleeting, like today I'm your best friend and the next day I don't even speak to you anymore. That's how Americans are, almost all the time, like 95% of the time. And it's like, Like in Europe, we're not like that. You make an acquaintance in Europe, and then you become friends with this acquaintance, and then you stay friends forever, until you die. You know, the friendship maintains. Here, it's different. I think it's also because the country is just so big. I mean, Germany is but the size of Texas, one state out of this giant country. So there's so many people here that I think that plays also a big factor, you know. But it is just so it is a little difficult for me, you know. But oh my God, don't even get me started on their table manners and etiquette. Oh my God. I can't. My mom would always laugh, but appalled, right? But she would still laugh. She's like, and I'm watching them, then they take that fork like this, and then they shovel the food in the mouth like this, like it's a shovel. I know. Whereas I'm fucking, you know, raised like this. Or, you know, well, technically, yeah, knife and then fork. And then if I just raise my elbow like this, my elbow's down. Oops, sorry. If I am allowed to eat with one hand, right? Which, no, I'm not. But if I am, just because my mom is in a good mood, that hand has to stay on top of that table. Always one hand on the table, right? And there's a particular reason, because everybody needs to see that hand. Because if you have it underneath the table, what are you doing with it underneath there? It's rude. Nobody knows what you're doing with your hand. Put it on the table. Fucking nope, not Americans. They'll be like this. Fucking elbow on. I'm like, God, what the fuck? Oh my God. Yeah, that needs shovel. Oh my God, it's horrendous, man. It's fucking horrendous. I hate that shit. But there's nothing. Yeah, and the coffee, I mean, I pretty much almost get in an argument daily about why stop slurping. It's hot. Then blow on it. That's what we do. It works perfectly. Oh, pičku materina. It's not good. Yeah, it is. It is something I will never get used to. I will never. And I mean, you know, even when I was still in Germany, I would get so annoyed with people doing that, you know, and you have not many people that act like that there, right? So when I moved to the US and almost everybody is doing it, I'm like, man, come on. Exactly, Jill, exactly. Angry thinking about it. I know. That is hilarious. Or I don't know, they do all that. I see these people, they chew on their nails, and they fucking, like, they spit and they burp, and that burping shit. And then Americans have this thing where it is okay as long as they say excuse me after it. No, it is not okay. Even if you say excuse me, it's disgusting. Come on, what is wrong with you? I said excuse me. I said excuse me. No, you don't do that in the first place. Go into the bathroom. You would never, like, okay, so I have a little bit of a thing, like I accidentally, I will burp or whatever, right? And you know, but it's like if I'm sitting at a nice dinner and I'm having dinner and I'll you know, and in front of other people, you know, and stuff. You know, when I'm at work or something, I just had something to drink. Oh, sorry, you know, whatever, you know. But it's like, no. It is definitely one of those things that I will never get used to. But what can I say? I know. Yeah, or the the straw. You know, when they drink a beverage out of a straw and then the beverage is empty and they keep on. It's like, there's nothing there. It's empty. Why are you still sucking on your straw? Are you kidding me right now? Like, look, it's empty. There's nothing in there. Ice cubes. Oh my god. Staring right at me, too. It's like they're not even trying to hide it. They're not even trying to hide it. They just look right at me doing it, and I'm like, Filiste? Horrible, horrible, horrible. Yeah. Hygiene is not, is also, you know, Philistine. It's like, you know, they made fun of us. They make fun of us, Europeans, that we started, like, you know, shaving our certain areas so late, you know, in generations and stuff. They make fun of it all the time, but it's like, when I moved here, one of the things I noticed the most, like, oh, dirty house, dirty body. I'm like, no. And of course, this is not everybody. I know people that are not. You know, I have to say, I have really, I can say over the years here, I have noticed that in comparison, men that I've met versus women, I've met more men that are cleaner than women here in the U.S. Not lying. That's my personal experience. I can only say, like, and also, I have to give a huge shout out to American men, because European men, I don't know if that's really in the category for Italians specifically, but German men, I can tell you right now, and Serbian men too, they will not cook. Forget it. The woman cooks. I have met almost every single man I have met in the U.S. cooks and is actually really good at cooking. I mean, very good at cooking, and I was so surprised. So that's one of those things that I'm like, huge shout out to American men. They're cooks. Very nice. I like that, because you will not find a German man in the kitchen, and you will not find a Serbian man in the kitchen. Forget it. Do you want to just get a 1 card? Do you want to just use your crystals and redeem a 1 card reading? Yeah, so, you know, it is different. It's different everywhere and anywhere, you know, and things are just, it is just, you know, I'm just talking about my experiences and what I have noticed, you know. But then again, I've only lived in Florida, right? I've visited other states, but I've only lived in Florida, and I really have to say that ultimately, Florida is the garbage, is the fucking toilet of the U.S., honestly. The garbage of the garbage meets here. It was only by chance that we came here because we had a friend here and he had a house for us, and that's why we came to Florida. But I fucking hate Florida. So I've been to other states, and I have noticed that people there act differently as well, you know. But I really do think that I may be kind of jaded living in Florida. One card. Let's see. Oh no, that's not good. Florida is shit, bro. It's shit. Ace of Cups inverted. That is not really good at all. Granted, I gotta say, I haven't seen this one in a while. So this is about unfortunate and abrupt changes and loss of love and stagnation. Now, again, we don't have a timeline here, so I don't know if this is happening to you right now, or this happened in your recent past, or this is going to happen in your near future. But it is, within a month span or so. Loss of love, feeling stagnant, maybe in this love. But I do think this is about a specific situation, particular situation, that this loss of love is coming from abrupt and unfortunate events and changes, okay? So I do think it's in some way connected to a person. Yeah, I do think that it is connected to somebody that you're close to in some way, a friend or maybe a family member or a lover. Mi amor. Ghosts walking the halls in my home, in my castle. What I thought was ghost is alive. It's alive! Well, I am very glad that everybody's here. I'm having a good time. I was really I think this 2-month break of streaming was a good little vacation that I took, because I've been really looking forward to streaming again now, so I'm kind of like, I'm happy to be streaming. What the hell is this now? And I just Oh, you're in Canada, right? If I remember correctly. Because I was gonna say, I'll introduce you to my Italian friend. She's pretty. She's very pretty and smart, and she works hard, and she has no kids, and she's looking for a man. So maybe I can hook you up. And she travels a lot, so she might travel to Canada to see you. Or you could come to Florida to see her and then meet me too, and we can hang out together. Ah, that'd be so cool. This is, shit. Yeah, Canada. It's nice. The weather there must be wonderful. Because it is disgusting here. Oh my god. Nope. These are the 3 months out of the year I do not leave my dungeon, like, whatsoever. When it means, like, people are outside barbecuing, they're in the pool, they're sweaty everywhere. Ugh, gross and greasy. Nope. I'm locked in here like a dungeon. You see, it's dark. And my air conditioner is blowing, it's cold, and I'm like, perfect life. And then I sink into my coffin and sleep. Yeah. So I go outside for the specific purpose, 30 minutes a day, to sweat, and I exercise, right? But I'm in my yard. I have many very big trees, so I have no sun on me, which is good. But it is so hot. And then, sure. And then, sweat, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm going inside, I take a shower, and then I do not go outside anymore unless I have to feed my cats or something for like a minute, literally, no longer. But we're coming to an end now. We're coming to an end of August, and I never thought it was going to end, but it actually flew by. I'm not going to lie. This summer flew by, and I'm so happy about it. Because, October is coming, and that is good. And then December. So we have Samhain coming, Makostan, Halloween. And then we have Yule. Yuletide, Yule. I'm excited. It will be good. Maybe I'll actually have more people coming this year if I continue my friendships like this. That will be good. Yeah. All right, let's see, Gio. Maybe we can get something better now. Ay, ay, ay. No, we cannot. One of my favorite cards too, but it's inverted. Knight of Pentacles. So I know exactly what it means. Upright, but it is the inverted now. Thank you. Yes, I am, unfortunately, as much as I've tried to be, dissociated from society and disconnected from humans in general, which I do that, and I want to do that because most humans really are not, they're garbage. But I have always had this deep need of having connection with at least a couple of people and be close and friends like a family, because I don't have that. And now that I'm starting to find like a couple of people that are becoming close to me, it makes me feel a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, it really does make me feel better. So thank you, and thank you for noticing that too, because that also then helps me subsequently too, But yeah, this is about an irresponsibility and a lack of motivation and inconsistency. I think this is really yelling at you. You gotta be more on it with your Italian girls. No, but that, yes, there's something is in the air with you. Something that's not really proactive or constructive. I don't know. Unfortunately. What is this? Yeah. But yeah, I've been here. You too. Thank you, Florida Metal, for coming. It was really awesome to see. I was just gonna say that I may kind of make my way out now. I've been here an hour and it's been nice. But I think I want to keep reading my book because it's just so good. And there's a little activity tonight, so. Oh, Australia. That's exotic. I've never been there, and I've never really wanted to go there. Nothing has ever made me say, like, hell yeah, dude, I'm going to Australia. Like, play the didgeridoo, or I don't know. Get a fucking koala stuck to my head, or I don't know. That's the only reason why I would want to go, is to see koalas and kangaroos, but I can see them in the zoo here, So it's like, I have no reason to go to Australia, is what I'm trying to say. Like, why would I want to go there? I don't understand. It's like the desert. But it's I guess, I think people there are probably really awesome. Don't say that. Don't say that. Take huge offense to that shit. They take huge offense to that shit, and vice versa. They're just redneck British people. That's kind of what I imagined. Like, that's kind of what I imagined. Oh my god. Howdy. Crocodile Dundee. Oh my god, dude. No, I'm not going there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anytime I see like a video of like, documentary or something taken in Australia with the people or whatever, they always seem to be very cheerful and very kind and nice people. Forthcoming people, but I don't see anything that would drive me there because I don't like the heat, I don't like desert, I don't like any of that. And I mean, I'm not saying it's all desert, but I'm not very familiar with this different landscape there, a different terrain, but it's very warm there, extremely warm. So it's just not for me. It's a big island, Yeah, being by the coast, that's good, but I got that in Florida now, too. Crazy alcoholics? Well, I might fit right in, then. I don't know. Oh, really? Oh, see? I don't even know enough about it, Yeah, Florida is just fucking brutal. Killing me. But it's all right. Yeah. Crazy alcoholics. What is that beer they have? What is that? What is it called? Forest or No, it's not called Forest. It's some what is that beer? Shit. I know they have that new beer, Traveler, I think, or something. That's a beer, but Foster. That comes in the see, they are alcoholics because these cans are like, they're like this tall, about like this, and then they're like this big around. Foster. It's like a purple can or something. Yeah, something like a blue something, and then it says like Foster on it. That's Australian beer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a purple can, and then the writing is like gold or white or something. Fucking drunkies. Yeah, but I do think maybe I'm gonna head out for tonight. I am getting tired too, and I do need to drink something. I will still drink something, Skullman, for definitively, actually, I will do this. But yeah, I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys all for coming. Thank you for my new follower, Breadman Toaster. Breadman Toaster. Okay. Thank you, Florida Metal, as usual. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Bloody Skullman, for coming in. Thank you, Jeffrey Desir, making an appearance here. Appreciate that very much. And then, of course, as usual, my good senor from Italy, Gio. I'm very appreciative of you coming in too. Yeah, so thank you guys all very much. Thank you for spending those channel points. I had a good time, but I am tired and I do want to retire now. But I might be back tomorrow, but I don't know yet. But we'll see. But thank you guys so much. Don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil and help the cause and stop reproducing. And until next time, I say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.